Hello, my name is Jonathan Camacho, and today I will be going over student lifestyle and habits that lead to success. First, I'm going to start out with a true or false question, which is you have to be smart and an intellect in order to succeed in college. I'll let you know right now that this is false. You don't have to be smart or particularly intellectual in order to successfully graduate. All you really need is to be an active student and be engaged when the teacher or the professor is giving a lecture. Some non-cognitive characteristics that successful students have are being able to manage their time. They have a learning style that they usually use in class and when they're studying, and having academic self-control, which means that you balance out all the schoolwork that you do and that you know when you've reached your limit so that you don't burn out and end up doing poorly on an assignment because you're working too long on it. An introduction to my topic presentation. First semester GPAs, grade point average, which is what GPA stands for, is usually correlated to student performance and retention rates. This basically means that first semester students, if they have a high GPA, then they're usually going to be going back the next semester unless they transfer to another school. The study came about this statement by combining both elements of college student success and college student GPAs. So college student success is basically everything, all of the elements that go into students that are successful in college and how they're able to balance out everything. And college student GPA is basically all of their classes and their GPA, the grade point average. And this is linked to habits and lifestyle. Purpose of this article. There are two purposes, both of which are to expand upon the theories that factors other than ability and intellect may affect GPA and success, and two, that GPA is important to persistence and retention. I will expand more upon this in the further slides because this outright doesn't sound like much, but it actually is explaining a lot, and the study that this presentation is about goes into very much key information that you should remember. Okay. Lifestyle habits associated with success. Maintain contact and engage throughout the semester. And academic achievement and aptitude variables. I'll go more into lifestyle habits associated with success, but basically maintaining contact. What I mean by that is maintaining contact with other students so that you can get help and maybe utilizing stuff like the Writing Center at Hack, or if they have that at any other university, which I'm sure that they do, utilizing that and talking with and engaging with your professors throughout class and even after class during their meeting hours, and making sure to do this all throughout the semester, not just when you need help, so that academic achievement and aptitude variables. This is what they use during the study. There are three of them. First one is the academic achievement variable, which is basically going off of high school GPA and test scores. There's the circumstantial variables, which just has nothing to do with like your test scores and your GPA, which is like status as a first generation college student, socioeconomic status, your ethnicity, and other demographics. And there's the last one is personal variables, like time utilization, strategic organization, confidence, and motivation. The most important component of long-term persistence is grade performance. These are all things that you should know and that you should remember. Keep it in mind, all of this throughout this presentation. Alright, here's a multiple choice question. Which skills contribute to college success? Being well organized, being punctual, being proactive, and being adaptable. This is kind of a trick question, as I'm sure that you could tell by there not being all of the above, because the answer is in fact all of the above. And there are more skills that contribute to college success, such as being persistent, proactive, empathetic, adaptable, which was already mentioned, articulate, curious, and reliable, and also making sure to network and paying attention to detail. These are all, everything that I just mentioned on the previous slide are all lifestyle habits, and lifestyle habit is defined as patterns of behavior that contribute to student achievement. It's pretty self-explanatory. These habits, a lot of students that are very successful in college, they have them, and not only students but professors, because these are also habits and skills that you can utilize beyond college. And most professors, they have multiple degrees, and they all have some of these lifestyle habits and skills. So this study was basically, they were trying to emphasize that if students had the same skills and habits that professors did, that they could be successful in their studies just as professors are successful in their careers, and also not just professors but also other successful careers like being a financial advisor or in law enforcement or anything like that. These are all habits and skills that you could use in those careers to be successful. All right. Application and use. These are going to explain how you could use these skills and everything that I've mentioned so far and use them in real life in order to maybe help yourself with your studies and all the research and everything that you're going to have to do while you're at HAC, and even if you transfer to other schools. So the first thing that this research article that I'm basing this presentation off of kind of mentions, these don't go in order, but the first one that I'm going to mention is to establish a healthy circle of associates and friends. That way that you're not surrounding yourself with people that are procrastinating or people that don't want to get their work done, and you can be around people that will help you and support you along your journey. Secondly, it's important to exemplify healthy habits and lifestyle, because all these habits and lifestyles, like this research article, they kind of proved that all having these will help you even if you're not smart or if you're not good at studying, because having these skills is going to help you along the way to develop better study skills, and will serve as kind of like a foundation for the rest of your life to be successful in anything that you do. Using healthy habits to support your studies, this is kind of what I just said. I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit, but this is very important. Here is an example and demonstration of application. So kind of what I was saying. These are two girls. I kind of just made them up to make the point that I'm going to make. One is named Sally and one is named Julia. So Sally, she procrastinates. She never gets any of her work done. She saves everything for the last moment. She puts pleasure ahead of her studies. She likes to go out and get drinks and stuff like that before she gets any of her homework done. She has an unorganized binder and book bag, and is messy when she's taking notes. And she does not talk to her professor or contact her advisor when she needs help with her studies or if she wants to drop classes. As a result, she fails and drops out her first semester. Julia, on the other hand, works on all of her assignments ahead of time. She makes time for her homework and does not put pleasure ahead of her studies. She's very organized with her note-taking and her book bag and such to keep all of her work in a neat place. She uses an agenda and a to-do list to make sure that she knows when everything's due so that she's not late on any of her assignments. She schedules meetings with her professor and advisor. As a result, she passes all of her classes. Sally, she did not utilize any healthy habits or skills that I mentioned throughout this presentation, and Julia did, and as a result, she passes all of her classes. Now, I realize that this is not a real-world application, but this is kind of hard to demonstrate unless I did it myself. But it's kind of near the end of the semester, and we didn't have much time to make this presentation, so I just came up with two almost real-world examples that could work. And I'm sure there are other instances and specifications that go into why Sally failed and why Julia passed, but the point is that one of them utilized the healthy habits and skills and one of them didn't. And this had a direct correlation with why they either passed or failed. And that's what this study was trying to show, and that's the point that I'm trying to make, and that's what this presentation is all about. Thank you.